Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to the nursery. Welcome back to another video. And this is Sharon with Serenade Nursery, and we have baby Nicholas here. We're going to be doing changing with him. And I think what we're going to put on him today, right now he is wearing his little fleece sleeper with little doggy paw prints on it. This is what I changed him into last time when I was on video with him. It was a video when I was putting everybody into their sleepers, and so I hadn't changed him since. So we're going to go ahead and change him into this shirt. This is from Janie and Jack, and this is something that I got in one of the eBay hauls that I showed you guys. And then with it, we're going to go ahead and put on, his little sockies, okay? And then we'll go ahead and put him into these pants, which is just a pair of nice little comfy stretch pants from Carter's, child of mine. Okay, so so I've also got a chat topic as well, and so I wanted to kind of retouch on not really expand on the Guardian video, but just kind of, I want to talk about just the comments that I saw on there and comments that I've heard other people say that they have received and things like that. And I wanted to kind of give you my take on it. But before we actually get into changing him, I do have a special announcement, and you're going to have to pardon my hand. Like, you're going to obviously see my hands in the video, and I broke a nail. So yeah, this nail, it cracked like right across the middle there. And so the top part came off, and then so then I just had to take off the rest of the acrylic. But yeah, so I have to go in. I'm not going to be able to go in until Friday to get it fixed. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday, March 11th. And so I'm not going to be able to go in until Friday to get it fixed. Like I said, we've been just very, very busy, and I haven't even had time to really come on and make too many videos lately, but I did want to come on today and actually make a video and chat about this and so forth. But so yeah, pardon my broken nail, and it's my flipping the bird flippy outy finger, my middle finger. But yeah, so anyway. But anyway, I do have a special announcement that I want to go ahead and make. And now I do have another video that I have pre-recorded, and I got another package from eBay in, and it was some baby clothes that I got. It was a lot. It was a bundle of baby girl clothes, and they're bigger ones, like they're for a bigger baby. Most of them. Some of them are newborn, but some of them are like 3 to 6 month size, that kind of thing, 0 to 3 months, and then there's some 3 to 6 months stuff in there too. And so this kind of goes into my little announcement that I'm going to make. Well, I will upload that video. I've got it pre-recorded. It's edited. It's ready to upload. But I wanted to go ahead and make this video first and upload it first. But in that video that you're going to see, I'm going to say, well, you know, this is that's probably going to be the last baby I'm going to get for a while. Because, you know, I have to kind of be mindful of my space. However, I did say that could change, and a woman has the right to change her mind. And, well, guess what, folks? I changed my mind. So my special announcement is that I am expecting again. Yes, again. Reborn pregnant again, expecting. So the baby that I am getting is, if you go on to Born Again Reborns, and this is where baby Nicholas came from. Baby Nicholas is the Danny Sculpt by Janie DeLange, and he was reborn by Butterfly Baby Kisses Nursery, or Born Again Reborns here on YouTube. Her name is Sharon. And yeah, so anyway, on her channel, on Sharon's channel, Born Again Reborns, she was talking about parting with her baby Lucy, okay? Lucy you've seen on her channel for a very, very long time. I've been very familiar with Lucy. I loved Lucy. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. So anyway, when she made the video saying that she was thinking of parting with her, and she showed just, oh gosh, like she's got a massive wardrobe for this little girl. And so I was watching that video, and my eyes just got rounder and rounder and rounder and rounder and rounder. And I'm going, you know what? Not only is she a beautiful baby, but that wardrobe is just to die for. I mean, you know, who comes home with such a wardrobe, right? So I emailed Sharon, and I said, and I hadn't even finished watching the video yet because I wanted to make sure that I emailed her before she got other interest, because I had a feeling that Lucy was probably going to go very fast, you know, because she was, you know, one popular spoiled little girl, right? So I emailed Sharon and I said, I'm very interested in her. I said, and, you know, we were talking price. I said, you know, how much are you willing to let her go for? So, you know, we discussed price and so forth. And so I made a deposit on Lucy. I made a deposit on Lucy, and then I'm going to get the rest of her paid off by the 20th of March, I'm thinking. So just in under 10 days or so, you know, maybe even before, if, you know, if things get cleared the way they should. So I put a deposit on Lucy, and I'll be paying the rest of her off in, you know, about a week or so, maybe 10 days, well, before the 20th anyway, by the 20th, I should say. And so yeah, Lucy is going to be coming home to me. And I'll go ahead and tell you her name reveal. I've decided, because Sharon was calling her Lucy, and she is the Lucy sculpt by Tina Cui, okay? So Sharon was just calling her Lucy, you know, same name as her sculpt name. And so the name that I have picked out for her is she's going to be Melissa Lucille. And I told Sharon this, and I said this way Lucy can still be, a form of Lucy can still be in her name. So her name is going to be Melissa Lucille. And so baby Lucy, Sharon's Lucy, is going to be arriving. I'm probably going to end up getting her before the month is out. That's my special announcement. Wanted to go ahead and make that little announcement because, yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And I will link her video in the description section, so if you haven't watched her video of that, you can go watch her video, and she'll show you the wardrobe that she's going to be coming home in. And then, of course, when she arrives, I will definitely be doing the box opening, so you can see from my end what we're going to get, okay? As well as, of course, the baby, because she is a very, very beautiful baby. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with changing baby Nicholas and getting into our chat topic. Like I said, we're going to be changing him into these pants as well as this shirt. Okay, so this is Janie and Jack, and then this is Carter's, and I think this is going to look really nice together. So we'll see how it does. We'll see if it fits him pretty good. Both of them are newborn size. So anyway, I know everybody has touched on the Guardian video, and it's been really beat to death, and I know my last video I touched on it. I talked about it. But I wanted to talk more about the comments that I saw on that video, as well as comments that other people have said that they've gotten. Now, I haven't gotten any of those types of comments personally, but, you know, I mean, I'm very, very new to the hobby, and I think the more popular you get, the more chances of getting really mean comments. And, you know, that's happened on my other channels. You know, as those channels got popular, so did the so did the number of mean comments and stuff. But yeah, but anyway, some of the comments that I have seen are things like, well, there's real children in the world. Why don't these women just adopt real children? And boy, you know, these women need to get a pet. And oh my gosh, these women are just sick. Okay. Now let me touch on the adoption and fostering bit. That's kind of what I want to dwell mostly on, I think, is the adoption and fostering, because you see so much of that, and just, you know, so many comments and stuff about that. Well, number one, not everybody can adopt, not everybody can foster, not everybody is in that position to adopt or foster. And now, I think I have mentioned on my channel that I have that I did go through international adoption, and we did adopt 2 girls internationally. We started the process, I want to say, in 1999. We finalized everything about a year later in 2000. Okay, and then we had to go and pick them up. They were adopted from Bulgaria. Okay, so now I don't know if anybody in the community has gone through adoption or even, you know, international adoption, but I'll tell you some of what we experienced, and I'll try to keep it as generalized as I can, because I don't want to reveal like too much like private information or anything like that. But anyway, so they were 6 and 11 when they got here, so they were older kids. Okay, but it was very expensive. Even if you adopt in the States, it can be very expensive. Doing international adoption is very, very expensive. And I'm not going to tell you how much money we shelled out, but I'm just going to tell you that it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money to, to adopt the kids. And they weren't biological siblings or anything. They were kids from 2 separate orphanages. And yes, they came from orphanages. And I'm going to talk about that later on in the video because people don't realize that there is orphanage baggage, okay, with these kids. So, but it is very, very expensive to adopt kids, especially international, when you're doing international adoption, because you're dealing, with the United States government. You're also dealing with the government of the foreign country, and you're dealing with like adoption fees and adoption agencies and stuff like that. Okay, so it is not for the faint of heart, and it's a long, really, really long, drawn out process that you're going to go through. Okay, you have to go through what's called a home study, which a social worker comes out and they pretty much invade every aspect of your personal life. And, they look at your house and they judge like every aspect of your house. They nose into every single aspect of your personal life. Okay, and sometimes, I think I'm going to keep this little sleeper on him. I was actually going to put on a white onesie. Or not a sleeper. I'm going to keep this onesie on him. I was actually going to put on a white onesie, but he's already got this one on, so we're just going to go ahead and keep that on him. Okay. And of course, he's got his diaper on him as well. So, and then if you get it, sometimes you can get a really great social worker, sometimes you do get a nice social worker, but more times than not, these people come in and they really like to lord their power over you. And if they like you, that's great. If they have something against you, boy, they'll play God with you, or they'll try to play God with you, and they'll draw things out, and they'll, if they don't like you, boy, they will harp on this, on it all. Okay. For example, the social worker we had, she was really hung up on my bad eyesight, on my visual impairment. So not only did we have to get, it's part of the standard thing is to get a health exam from your doctor and stuff, and to get, that kind of thing. But she wanted me to get a letter from an ophthalmologist saying that I was going to be a good mother, okay, which was not something that you normally would get. But, she was just so hung up on that. And we kind of fought her on it because we felt it was discrimination. And we kind of let this one pass. It's kind of like, all right, choose your battles. Well, we have friends in the Lions Club who definitely, did that for me. So, I got the letter she wanted, so it wasn't a big deal to get. It was just the idea that I had to get it, right? So we we just kind of let that go. And then we moved onward. Well, then she got harping on to something else. And, it got to the point where, and I'm not going to go into a lot of details about it or anything because, because it is kind of private, but, she got hung up on another subject matter, and, it finally got to the point where we had to, we actually had to end one of the interviews early. And we wrote a letter to her supervisor, and we kind of explained what was going on. So we ended up having to schedule a meeting with both the social worker and her supervisor to get everything done. And so when we met with the supervisor, she didn't see anything wrong. We answered the questions that were put to us and everything, and that subject matter that she brought up didn't even come up, right? And so from what we knew, we think that the supervisor kind of reamed this woman out and said, look, because also the social worker was wanting more and more and more interview sessions and stuff, and so we didn't hear what was going on. Obviously, we weren't privy to the conversation between her and the supervisor, but we think that the supervisor said, get this done for these people, and enough's enough, just get it done. you know, these people need to move on with the process. You know, there's nothing wrong there. So we finally got that going, okay, and so we got all that done, okay. So then everything kind of moved along and so forth. But that was kind of a scary thing because, you know, she could have really, you know, she really tried to put a kibosh onto what we were trying to do. And so anyway, we got done with all that. But yeah, they will nose into every aspect of your private life, okay? And so anyway, we got through the adoption process, got the kids home. And of course, when we were going through the adoption process, we were, you know, like I said, we got older kids. And so when you get older kids, oftentimes they, you know, they have issues. And especially if they're brought up in an orphanage. And our two were no exception. And I'm just going to pick him up just a minute so we can just kind of pull down his shirt just a little bit. But anyway, like I was saying, they're older kids, and a lot of times older kids will have their issues, okay? And I think I'm just going to leave, well, maybe I'll button it and we'll see how it looks. We'll button the top button and see how it looks, but I'm thinking I might just leave that open and just kind of pull down that collar like that. I don't know if I like that. I think we'll button it and see how that looks. This one doesn't want to stay buttoned. That one might come undone, but yeah, let's button this and see how that's going to look right there. I think we'll button this top one. So, and like I said, our two were no exceptions. You know, they had their issues, and you go through a lot of like, you know, because there's a lot you need to know when you're adopting, especially internationally, and when you're dealing with older kids, is they you know, they have their issues, and they can have what's called they can have something that's called reactive attachment disorder. And basically what that is that it's the inability to bond with anybody. It's the inability to feel any kind of love or sympathy toward anybody. And if somebody has it like to a real severe degree, you know, they can kill somebody. Like you know, they're prone to acts of violence if they get it to a real severe degree, okay? And how that happens is that if you don't get consistent caretaking by the time you're 2 years old, you know, if you're going through like lack of stimulation, if you're not getting the care that you need by the time you are 2 years old, like if you're getting inconsistent caregiving, if that is inconsistent, in your mind, the child is saying, well, you know, I can't count on anybody because nobody was there to, you know, to care for me. Nobody was there to pick me up when I was crying. Nobody was there to give me consistent feedings, and so I got to take care of myself. You know, it's survival of the fittest. I got to take care of myself, and so that leaves them thinking that, you know, that leaves them without the ability to bond with anybody and to care about anybody except themselves and their survival, okay? And now it can be treated. It's a specialized therapy. It can be treated, okay? But it's kind of a long process, and you know, we had to kind of go through that with our kids a bit. They did okay, but you know, they still had their issues, okay? And so not everybody. Yeah, you watch movies like Annie, you know, who got adopted by Daddy Warbucks. You watch movies like that, and oh my gosh, he looks really cute. I think this turned out really good. I think he looks really cute in this. He's ready to go play on the playground. So his little sleeper is showing a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of put down that collar a little bit. He's got kind of a small head and neck. So these types of collars, they're a little bit tricky for him, I think. But here he is. Here he is, guys. Can you see him? There he is. So, people, like, you watch movies like Annie, who was adopted by Daddy Warbucks, and everything is all hunky-dory, you know? Like, okay, yeah, she got mistreated by Miss Hannigan, and so did the other orphanage kids, but, you know, they didn't have orphanage issues. They didn't have, issues brought on by abuse, downright abuse, or lack of caretaking and stuff. Okay, because the movies like that always want to portray all the good stuff that goes on, right? But in real life, these kids can have a host of problems, and not everybody is able to deal with that. I mean, let me tell you, we're pretty strong people here, but let me tell you, it nearly brought me to the brink. I'm not going to lie about that. It nearly brought me to the brink because it was just so much to go through, and not everybody is able to do that. Not everybody is set to do that. Not everybody can shell out thousands and thousands of dollars to adopt kids, especially internationally. And then let's get into the States, okay? So when you're going to adopt a kid from the States, you have to become a foster parent. And let me tell you, the foster care system in this country sucks. It sucks big time. And, then the laws are really just horrible too, because if you guys are familiar with the Baby Richard case, he was adopted by, he had his parents that adopted him, right? Well, then from what I know, from what I had seen, in the news and stuff, his birth mother came along when he was like 6 years old and wanted him back, and the stupid judge did it. The stupid judge gave this woman he gave custody of the child to his birth mother, and this is after the parents that adopted him, spent 6 years loving him and taking care of him and so forth. And so things like that happen here in the States, and it sucks. And also with the foster care system, kids are just moved around like, kids are just shuffled around like crazy. It's very rare that a child that is with you stays with you permanently, because they're going to end up being moved around. And that's heartbreaking. That is very heartbreaking. And not everybody is up for doing foster care, and not everybody's in the position to do that, And not everybody wants to deal with the social worker who wants to lord their power over you, because even with the foster care system, they tend to do that. And I've talked to so many people about that, and I mean, more times than not, these social workers just, maybe this is an unpopular opinion here, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I mean, I said it before, but I'm going to say it again anyway. These social workers are just kind of out, and I'm not saying everyone is like that. I don't want you to get that. I don't want you to get that opinion of it, but a lot of social workers, they're just out to push around their power and to play with people's lives and so forth. And it's sad. It's really sad, because it's very rare that you actually find somebody who is for the families, or who are for the children and making people happy and so forth. And I mean, it's just sad. It really is. So not everybody can do that. Not everybody is able to do that, and not everybody is willing to do that. And to me, fostering a child and collecting these dolls are two very, very different things. Okay, they're two very, very different things. It's not like obviously we know that these babies aren't real. They're dolls. Okay, they're vinyl, or if you collect silicone, they're silicone. But like in the case of Nicholas here, he's vinyl, cloth, glass beads, polyfill, paint, that's what Nicholas is. He's not a real breathing child, okay? And so fostering and adopting children is so much, it's a totally different animal than collecting these babies. And people don't understand that. Like, people don't get it. But anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents worth on it. And then I've also seen comments about, well, why don't you get a pet? Well, I have pets. I've got dogs. I've had dogs all my life. And I've got 2 very, very, very beautiful golden retrievers at the present time. And one of them is my retired guide dog. The other is my current guide dog. And we've also had pet dogs. Okay, I mean, we've had beagles. We've had I had another golden retriever who was my guide dog. She retired, and then she got lung cancer and died in 2010. And we've had rescue dogs that we've had. In fact, our rescue dog that the last rescue dog that we had, he died, oh gosh, when did he go? Gosh, he went at the end of 2017. He got nasal cancer and ended up having to be put down in the end, you know, because he was suffering. So, I mean, we've had we have dogs, we have pets. And, but having pets and having pets and collecting these babies is two totally different things, okay? And it shouldn't be related into all one area, because that's just not fair. That just isn't fair, in my opinion. And so these people that are saying these comments really need to do more research, and they need to, before they stand in judgment, they need to do more research. They need to, yeah, okay, it may not be for them. I get it. Not everybody is into these dolls. Not everybody is into collecting these babies and stuff. I get that. But, these people need to do a little bit of research and before they start making comments like that. They need to get an education and so forth. So I just wanted to kind of touch on those areas because I felt that it needed to be discussed, and I wanted to give you my 2 cents worth on it. So anyway, that is my take on that whole subject. And I'm sorry to burst any bubbles, and I'm not saying that adoption can't have a happy ending, because obviously it can, and it does. And I think if you get a baby, like if you adopt a baby, which most people want babies, yeah, okay, sometimes they can have their issues too. However, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to have as many issues as an older child will, because, that older child's been around a while, and they've had more experience with, orphanage issues and stuff like that, okay? So, but I mean, adoption does and can have a happy ending, and even though it can be rough, especially with older kids, there is hope, and we've had, when we kind of got through the real rough times, I mean, we had a great family life, and we had good times, and we were a nice family, and so forth. And yeah, I mean, there were the hard times, and we had a lot to get through, and but we did it, and we survived, and we had our good times. We had some really good times, and it was nice. So I didn't want to burst any bubbles about, oh gosh, horror stories about adoptions, which, I mean, there are. I'm not gonna lie, there are. But adoptions can have a happy ending, and they do. But I just wanted to educate you guys, because we have been through it, and we have seen a lot, and we have experienced a lot with, with other people. And, we have been around the block with it and stuff. And so I wanted to share, and I wanted to just discuss this topic because I felt I had quite a bit to say on it. But I hope you guys, I'm not going to say I hope you guys enjoyed the chat, because it wasn't a very pleasant topic to discuss in terms of what I did say. But I hope it kind of gave you a little bit of an education about what you can go through, and what people do go through when they adopt. And if you're if you stumble on my videos, and if you're one of those people that are like, oh, well, why don't you adopt? Well, okay, we did go through that process, but that doesn't mean that I can't collect these babies. Okay, so anyway, that is my take on it. So I'm not going to say I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because it was kind of a darker subject matter, but I will say that I hope you did get a little bit of an education about it, and I can talk about it a little bit further if you want. I don't want to get too much into detail, though, because there are some private things, that went on during and after the process and stuff, so I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit general. But I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have about it. As long as it doesn't dig like too personally or whatever, but I will answer any questions on it that I can. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. And oh my gosh, I gotta pick little Nicholas up and give him a little snuggle. He looks so cute in this outfit. I wasn't sure how this was gonna look on him, because it was from 2 different brands, and I hadn't tried this on him before. So yeah, I definitely wanted to try it on him, and oh my gosh, he is so cuddly. Oh, he's so cuddly. But, so anyway, here is what he looks like in his new outfit. And he is ready to go play on the playground. Look at this guy. So, anyway, like I said, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think. And hit the like button, of course. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you have any questions, let me know. And definitely give all your babies a hug from all of us at Serenade Nursery. And we'll be back as soon as I can with another video. Like I said, it's going to be pretty busy up until after the primary elections, which is which is coming up this Tuesday on the 17th. So we've still got some stuff to do with that. Still got a couple days of early voting to do, and plus we have to work the actual polls on that day. And then I've got a couple of other things that I have to go to this week. So like tonight I'm going to be going to going over to a friend's house because she wants to see my spinning wheel. She's a spinner. Yes, I spin my own yarn. And I still consider myself a novice because I'm still very, very new at it. But yeah, she wants to see my wheel, and we're gonna have like a little spinning wheel party, a little spinning wheel powwow. And then I have my Lions Club meeting tomorrow night, and then Friday we have to work early voting. And then Sunday we have our fountain pen club to go to, and then Monday we have to work early voting again. Tuesday's the polls. So then after that, I should be free and clear to do quite a bit more videos. So I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what is going on in my life. I do live a very, very active life, as you can probably tell. So no, according to the Guardian video, all we do is sit home and play dollies. But I don't do that all day. I will do that on YouTube and off camera. I'll have them beside me and I'll cuddle them and stuff, like I'll hold them while watching TV or something. But no, I don't sit here all day and play dollies. I don't. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. But the media would have people believe that that's all we do. But anyway, I am going to stop here because I think I have said quite enough. And I am rambling, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop. So we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Like I said, give all of your babies a hug from all of us at Serenade Nursery. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Nicholas is going to wave. Bye, everybody. Mwah. All right, bye, everybody. Take care.